A master can tell you what he expects of you. A teacher, though, awakens your own expectations. This quote, said by Patricia Neal, explains the way that I feel that students learn. Students shouldn't just learn what is expected of them. Students should learn the concepts, and they should also be able to grasp the larger lesson. That is, what this concept will mean for their life, how the students can take what they've learned and how they've learned it and turn it into something useful. Or that this concept could change the way they view their schooling or their future. One goal that I have to prepare students for learning is to help them to develop an acceptable work ethic, one that can go further than my own classroom, that can either take them to college, or to their part-time job, or even at home with their families. Since I will be teaching in a social science classroom, I would want my students to be prepared for any life situation, such as tolerance, understanding, and teamwork. However, I know that there are many challenges to the teaching-learning process. One challenge I know I will come across is getting my students motivated to listen or even want to learn the material that I am teaching. Another challenge will be testing how the students retain the information in many different ways. I want my tests and projects to be able to appeal to the different ways that students learn. My greatest challenge, I feel, is showing the students that they can learn more than what's expected of them, that it is possible for them to succeed even if everyone has told them that they never can.
Take a shower and shine your shoes. You got no time to lose. If you are a young man, you must be living.
One method that I will utilize often is discussion. Since I will mostly be teaching sociology, I want the kids to bounce ideas off of each other, either if it's with debates, group games to illustrate a concept, or in student-led discussion. I will also be using lecture to convey much of my historical-based information. I also would really like to use student-directed projects. I want them to really grasp the concepts that I am teaching them. I will give them a concept or concepts and let them construct how they want to learn it and convey it back to me. How these methods will contribute to my goals is by creating a very autonomous class of students who are independent and can work on their own. It also helps them to develop their own work ethic by having to create a plan and work on their own projects and research on their own time. The debates and discussions about relative and interesting topics may motivate kids to actually want to learn the subject. Sociological concepts are very arguable, because not everybody believes in the same side of the argument, like how to deal with growing poverty rates, or if homosexuals should be allowed to be legally married. History can be difficult for some when they are constantly hearing lectures and writing essays. Self-directed projects will let the students explore history in the best way possible. It will help them retain even more information about the concept that I want them to learn than any written test would show.
It's you and I love, you and I smoke and others just read others only read about the love.
I plan on motivating my students in many different ways. I would like to make the topics relevant to their lives so they actually want to learn. Make them interested in my teaching styles and just interested in me in general, which will make them want to come to class every day. I want to make class time fun and interesting and unpredictable so that they never know what exactly to expect. Through motivating my students, I hope to be able to make a difference in every one of their lives. And I hope to do this in a way so that every student will be able to learn and succeed in my classroom by whatever definition that means for them. The students will have a feeling of empowerment and of scholastic and personal achievement that they will be able to use outside of just my classroom.
Just realize what I just realized, that we'd be perfect for each other and we'll never find another. Just realize what I just realized, we'd never have to wonder if we missed out on each other now.
Diversity is one of the biggest issues in creating an inclusive learning environment. I had a very diverse school and urban setting, so cultural diversity is not an issue for me. Hopefully, I can create a classroom setting where race, gender, socioeconomic status, and other things concerned with that do not affect my classroom. Achievement and success in my class will be based on the level of work and determination each student has, and not anything else. I will account for diverse learning styles in my students by never sticking to one style of teaching while creating my lesson plans. I will always remember the best ways for students to learn and retain the information and concepts that I want them to understand and keep in their knowledge. In growing into my own personal teaching style, I will listen and integrate strategies and perspectives from teachers from my past, present, and future, as well as my current students. Each and every year, I will take into account the lessons that I have learned and the things that I have experienced so I can become a better and always learning social science teacher.